Yep, we're good. I don't know, it could be Titans though. Or Vikings. I think it's Titans. Oh, hey, we're up. All right. Hunter, you good with running the camera now? Yeah, we're up. All right, you ready? Let's start opening once they have finished all this. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us today as we broadcast the Mountain Vista 13th seed versus the Legend 20th seed in the boys CHSAA 5A tournament. I'm Jake Griffel and I'm here with Ryan Tubbs. Tubbs, what are your thoughts on this game?
It's looking to be a good game. Vista faced Legend in the regular season. They pulled out the win with a 55-44 victory. They're definitely looking to repeat that this time. I think one of the biggest keys to that game was just keeping a dynamic offense and not letting them take easy shots. So hopefully that's what they'll be looking to do this time.
Absolutely, and kind of like you mentioned, Mountain Vista's already played Legend and they beat them 55-44. Do you think we'll expect to see a similar turnout this time, or what do you think will be the case?
I think Mountain Vista is definitely the favorite to win, but Legend's got a lot of good shooters. Anything can happen.
Absolutely, and also Mountain Vista's coming off of the bye, so they've had a week to practice. They're fresh, and they're well rested. They're not any sore than they should be. Whereas Legends, and this is Legends' second game in the bracket so far. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think the extra rest will help Mountain Vista or hurt them?
I think it's definitely good to get practice, and I don't know. It's kind of a double-edged sword though, because you don't get to see the other teams as well in the playoffs, see what they're looking like. But really could go either way, I think.
Absolutely. like we mentioned too, this is the second round of the CHSAA 5A's boys basketball tournament. Some other key games to look for today are 16th seed Lakewood versus 17th Vista Ridge. 4th Grandview versus Grand Junction, as the winner of that will go on to play the winner of this game. Thunder Ridge is playing, Rampart Range and Cherokee Trail play, and Chaparral and Regis play today.
Right.
And with that, let's get set for the jump ball. And Isaac Essien takes it. Marching down the court, getting the first play going. Passes it to Connor Stibe. Stibe to Simon May. May to Miles. Miles fakes it. Drives in. Expands out to Connor Stibe. Stibe pushes it into Belknap. And Simon May takes the shot, and it's good for 2 points. Mountain Vista gets on the board first.
That's what you got to do on your opening drive.
Absolutely. And now Legend is starting to take it down on their first offensive push. Playing some swing offense to Blake Fields, one of their best players. Blake to Tyler Bruns. And back to Blake. Blake trying to get something going. And Legend is struggling to get something going here. But they're going to make it work, looks like. Oh, stolen away by Miles Hughes. Miles passes it to Isaac. Isaac with the easy layup. Mountain Vista 4 points to 0.
That was a beautiful interception there from Miles Hughes, and great assist there to Isaac Essien, putting it away.
For sure, it looks like they caught him sleeping.
Right.
Legend trying to get something going around the three-point line again, trying to drive in, passing it out. Passes it to Bradley. Bradley passes it away, back to Blake Fields. Blake Fields drives in and draws the foul.
In their last matchup, the fouls really was what it came down to, I think. So many times they sent some of our best players. Connor Stibe being one of them. He's 79% from the line. And hopefully we won't see that repeat because, I don't know, it's not too interesting to see just a game dictated by, who makes the most free throws.
Right, yeah, both of these teams are really good free throw shooters and get a lot of opportunities. I think they have similar stats in both those areas.
Right.
Isaac Essien driving it down. And loses track of it, but gets it back and gives it to Connor Stibe, who gives it to Jake Belknap. Belknap, triple team, gives it to Miles Hughes. Miles Hughes drives in, shoots it, and falls a little short, and Legend will take the defensive rebound. Legend driving down, slows it down a little bit, but still trying to work off of that momentum. Trying to drive it in, but Mountain Vista's putting some hard pressure on him. And Legend tries to drive in, shoots it, and it's good for 2.
That was a good shot. Either way, though,
Oh, wow. Connor Stibe off the fast break, shot the 3 but missed it.
As I was saying, either way, despite the fact that Legend scored on that drive, Vista's defense is looking really good.
Absolutely. They're putting a lot of pressure on him, and that's Blake Fields with a 3-point shot. Isaac Essien trying to slow it down, seeming a little nervous, but Belknap with the attempted pick and roll. Miles Hughes gives it to Belknap. Belknap shoots the 3, and it bounces out. And Simon May takes it, and he shoots it, looking for the foul, and it's recovered by Isaac Essien, mostly.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh. A brawl after that rebound.
Yeah, a little bit of sloppy play.
Let's see who the refs say that's in favor of. That one's going to go to Mountain Vista, so Isaac Essien will pass it in. Essien pass to Belknap, to Connor Stibe. Stibe back to Essien, playing some expand offense. 3 of their 5, well, yeah, 3 of their 5 were lined up on the three-point line. Belknap tried to help with that pick and roll, but Connor Stibe's now sitting at the top with a 3 to Simon May. Simon loses track of it, but gives it to Isaac for the 3, and the 3 is no good. And Legend gets the defensive rebound again. Blake Fields driving down.
Legend's being really patient on defense. Oh, my goodness.
Man, and that's the second 3 in a row. Now Isaac Essien kind of looking to move a little bit with more haste, looking a little frantic and panicked. And Jake Belknap double team, moves it back out, cross the court pass to Miles Hughes to Simon May. Simon May shoots it, and it's good for 2. The game is now 6-10 with Legend up.
Just over, or just under 4.5 minutes left in this first quarter.
Blake Fields now patiently looking for an opportunity. And he gives it away to Cameron Levain. Back to Blake. Blake with the pump fake. Ooh. And he loses track of it. Tried to draw the foul. Still trying.
Yeah, he's arguing with the ref.
That was never a good strategy when I was a player. And Connor Stipe to Isaac Essien. It'll be interesting to see here if Essien's got a little more frantic pace or calm.
Right, they've definitely got to slow it down just a little, make sure that it doesn't get away from him.
Right. And Miles Hughes with the attempted 3, but it goes out. And Simon May putting some pressure on him, letting Legend have it outside. So they will pass in. And now Brody McCord will pass to Blake Fields.
Couple subs coming in too, Bennett Baker and Aaron Albertson.
I expect Legend to hold on to the ball more here and not try to force the shot since they do have the lead and they're going to try to maintain that. Ooh, inside and to the 3 for Legend. And the 3 is good for Blake Fields. Isaac Essien full court press. And that'll be a foul and slow things down.
Legend's offense looking really good, especially from three-point land.
Absolutely. They've hit 3 straight 3s in a row now.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if they hit another for a timeout.
Absolutely. I think that this will be a 3-point kind of game.
We'll see what Vista can do to answer.
Absolutely. Isaac Essien, Connor Stipe surveying his options. And he decides to drive and gives it to Essien. Essien with the 3, and it's no good. But it's picked up by Connor Stipe, and that'll be a reaching foul. Stipe will pass in from the boundary. Oh, and it's deflected, but picked up. And Essien at the top here. Gives it to Stipe. Stipe outside. Mountain Vista driving in, and shot is blocked.
Man.
And almost goes out, but Legend saves it. And Blake Fields holding on to it. They're going to try to run the clock down with about 2 minutes and 35 seconds left.
This is offense looking a little deconstructed. They're trying to hit some 3s, but they have not been successful all game.
Oh, and Aaron Albertson with a good steal. And, another steal on the Legend side of things. And that is a fast break, and that'll be good for 2 from Blake Fields. Jeez. And Mountain Vista calls a timeout.
They're definitely trying to break Legend's momentum. It's a really loud crowd here, and the bench is on fire too.
Absolutely. Don't be surprised, though, if some of that noise on the Mountain Vista side of things comes from Bob Wood here, though.
Yeah, he's not looking too happy. He's definitely trying to tell him to do something to step up their offense and definitely keep those 3 points away from Legend, because I'm pretty sure they've hit almost every single one they've taken.
Absolutely, and this is the fear when you get by the first round, because you're coming out cold and you haven't had any experience, whereas Legend has already had some prior playoff experience, so they might be getting some momentum here. So the question is, will there be a lead change?
2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first quarter.
Isaac Essien slowing it down, but with purpose. And Eric Himmel has the ball. Eric to Aaron. Aaron to Jake. Jake to Bennett. Bennett trying to get something inside. And he tried to get called for the foul there, but the ref called that all ball. And Vista picks it up with a triple team on the man on the floor. And Aaron Albertson to Eric Himmel to Belknap, and that'll be an over-the-back foul, or behind the back. Mountain Vista's quickly approaching the bonus now because Legend has 3 fouls on him, and I believe Mountain Vista only has 1.
Right, or that could definitely change the course of this game because Vista's pretty solid from the line. They're gonna, or Legend that is, definitely gotta try to, cut it down on making so many fouls, especially this early in the game.
Absolutely. And now Isaac Essien from three-point land, trying to think of something. Bennett Baker thinking about it, but he drives in and shoots it. Oh, faked the shot, but passed it, and unfortunately the pass did not work out. And now Legend faking like they're going to drive.
They're passing it around so well.
They really are. Back to Blake Fields, who takes the shot, and the three is no good. The first three that has not been good for Legend here. But there was a triple team, and that slowed things down for the Legend side of things, and they will try to run the clock down with 1:09 left, but almost stolen by Eric Kimmel. Legend more expanding offense, trying to run the clock down with 55 seconds. And they drive in, and shot's no good, but they almost get the rebound, but rebound is taken instead by Garrett Sweeney of the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles.
They finally took that rebound back.
Ooh. And Sweeney will draw the foul. This will be the 4th foul for Legend.
Actually, they got 5.
They got 5, wow.
According to the scoreboard.
Yeah, and so that means
trusted.
Yeah. And Garrett Sweeney here will shoot 2. He's a pretty good free throw shooter for Mountain Vista. Sweeney's first one is good. Let's take a look at his second.
Connor Stive coming in for Isaac Essien.
And Sweeney's second is good as well. That puts the lead for Legend for 15-8.
40 seconds left in this first quarter.
Will Legend try to get a shot off before the clock runs out?
Ooh.
And that'll be a foul.
I don't know if I agree with that call.
Controversial. I definitely got called on it a lot, so I can see where the ref is coming from, but I don't always agree with it. Legend will pass it in here with 30 seconds to go. Fakes the 3. Isaac staying on him. Mountain Vista playing some tight man-to-man defense here. Oh, and it's swatted by Jake Belknap. And Isaac Essien with 17 seconds to go.
They're going to make this their last drive. Jake Belknap's so much taller than anyone else on the court. He's averaging about 3 blocks per game.
Wow. That guy is a menace. And Garrett Sweeney with a 3-point shot, and it bounces out.
So
and there's
close.
2 seconds left to go, and not even close.
Vista definitely wanted that to drop, but their our Legends lead has been cut down to 7. It's not insurmountable. They can definitely do something in the second quarter to bring it back.
Absolutely, and it's rare, very extremely rare for a game to go without a lead change. So I wouldn't be surprised if Legend took the lead up until the second half, and then Vista flipped a switch in the third,
right,
and maintained that lead after.
Definitely a little break here is going to be good for them. Slow down both teams' momentum. Legend, despite the fact they haven't hit a shot in a while, they still have that 7-point lead, and it's good for their morale. And their crowd's definitely significantly louder than ours.
Absolutely, yeah. And kind of like you were saying, right now it's a mental game. Mountain Vista just isn't having that mental sharpness that Legend does right now. Right. Legend appears cool and confident, and it'll be interesting to see if Mountain Vista can get that mojo going too.
Absolutely.
And this will put us into the second quarter. Legend will start with the ball. And Elijah DeRosa will pass into Cameron Levan.
Kimmel starting off at half court. I'm wondering if they're going to start, employing that kind of defense in this quarter.
Right, their full court press might make a return. And Eric Himmel definitely aggressive with the defense, but he lets them get past him.
Ooh.
And that'll go out. We'll see if they call the foul, but they don't. Kind of controversial there, but Legend will still get the ball.
Yeah, Cameron Levan, I think, looking for a foul, but didn't pick it up.
And Caleb Tominga has it, and he drives in, and he puts a shot up, but it bounces away. And Isaac Essian takes it, and it's now a 5-on-3 game to Connor Steib. Steib with the almost Euro stepping it in.
Super close.
Wow, good fast break from Mountain Vista. Unfortunately, they just couldn't put it together.
Yep. They've got to learn to capitalize on that kind of thing.
And now Elijah DeRosa passing it back into Cameron Levan. Levan is a freshman, and he's one of their best players.
Yeah, he's a starter, right?
Yeah, he's a starter.
He's definitely a talented player.
Yeah, he sits a lot atop a lot of their stats, but that'll be a foul from Mountain Vista. That looked kind of clean to me. That looked like mostly ball, especially since he lost the dribble there. But I think because he was going across the body, that's why it was called.
Yep, I think so. Vista not, or just on the edge of bonus territory here.
And Connor Steib trying to get in their head. Essian doing the same, trying to swat at the ball. Now Garrett Sweeney playing defense. And Cameron DeRosa tried to fake it with the layup. And that'll be an and one shot for Legend as Chad Mumma gets the ball.
One thing I've noticed, they don't always score off of it, but Legend is really, really solid when it comes to driving in towards the basket. Vista's definitely got to try to take that away.
Absolutely. I think Vista feels more comfortable from three-point land, which is why they don't try to drive in. But I think you're right. They need to be more aggressive.
6 minutes and 50 seconds left in this second quarter.
And now Legend has a 10-point lead as Miles Hughes shoots a three, and it's good. Miles Hughes is their top three-point shooter.
Top three-point shooter. He's sitting at 52%, which is pretty solid. And also, that was Vista's first three-pointer of the game. We'll see if it changes momentum.
Ooh, and it's stolen by Eric Kimmel.
Beautiful steal, 2-on-2.
Eric Kimmel decides to take it. Oh,
yeah.
Almost bounces out.
Look good from here.
Yeah, we thought that bounced in would be an and one.
Yep.
But now Eric Kimmel will get the shot. And it is 11-18 with Legend up. Kimmel takes the shot, and first one's no good. Kimmel's younger, he's a sophomore.
Right, but I mean, he's definitely shorter on the court compared to a lot of these bigger guys, but he can hold his own for sure.
Absolutely. As we've seen, he's been one of their best pushing players. Now Kimmel trying to stay with him. And that'll be called as a foul.
Levan will go to the line.
And now both teams have 6 fouls.
Right.
I don't know. This might make it interesting. We might see some players foul out this game at this rate.
Yeah, for sure. So many fouls going off just in this first quarter.
And Isaac Essian staying with him. And Cameron Levan takes the ball, looks for an opening, and passes it away. And Elijah DeRosa passes it across court.
Ooh.
And 3-point, no good. But that'll be tipped out by Aaron Albertson. So Legend will get the ball back.
Domingo was wide open there. You know, the fact that he didn't miss it, or that he did miss it, doesn't change the fact that he was completely open. This has got to change something on defense, I think.
Right, they look like they're kind of on their heels right now.
Right.
And Isaac Essian almost letting them get past him. And he does, and they'll triple team him. Looks like a trap there. But that trap is no good. And Isaac Essian tried to get the steal. And Aaron Albertson playing some aggressive defense. Legend will pass in again. And it'll be Elijah DeRosa passing in. DeRosa passes it to Cadwell. Cadwell to Levan. Levan thinking about it, but that one will almost get stolen again by Aaron Albertson. Unfortunately, he's just hitting it too close to the boundary line.
Right. Yeah, he's got a steal already in this game, but he's definitely on top of it when it comes to passes over to his man.
And DeRosa passes into Levan. Levan back to DeRosa. DeRosa holding on to it, and Mountain Vista putting some pressure on him, but now he's trapped. And that'll be called yet another foul on Isaac Essie.
Eagles cannot keep fouling as much as they are.
So there's been a lead change in fouls from Legend to Mountain Vista, with Mountain Vista 7 and Legend 6. And that's good. Elijah DeRosa with the first 1-and-1.
DeRosa attempted to increase his lead to 9 points.
And 8-point lead. Connor Steib trying to get something going and fast, and he takes it in. Oh my gosh. And that's called as a charge. I don't know if I would have agreed with that.
I don't know. Either way, it's definitely given the Legend bench and the Legend crowd a lot to yell about.
And Vista, for the most part, has been silent. Their student section's not doing much for them.
It can definitely alter the course of the game, as we've seen before.
And Tominga trapped. Passes it away to DeRosa. DeRosa drives in, and he's going to look to give it to Levan, and Levan back to DeRosa. And they're going to drive in. And Vista with the defensive rebound. They pass it to Essien. Essien looking to do something. There's 4:45 left on the clock. And out to Simon May. Simon May with a three. No good. But it's picked up by Miles to Aaron. To Jake Belknap driving it in, and he shoots it.
No good. Legend's inside defense is just so solid. We haven't been able to get almost anything from it in the second quarter.
Yeah. And Simon May putting the pressure on him.
Definitely looked like a travel there.
And another foul on Mountain Vista.
Oh my goodness.
This one on Aaron Albertson. Cameron Levan will shoot it now.
Vista's getting rocked. Not a single call has gone their way. Almost all. Actually, I think the entire period.
Will Mountain Vista be able to slow things down and get the game going their way, or will it just be Legend trying to catch them on their heels the whole time? The whole time. Miles with it. Gives it to Essien. Essien. Oh! Almost picked off by Aaron down there, but it's taken instead by Tominga.
They're being too predictable, and they're letting Legend just walk all over them right now. They've got to slow it down.
Absolutely. This is when you really want to return to the fundamentals of the game.
Right.
And they're just catching Vista in a game of pickle.
Honestly, though, with a lead like this, it's all they have to do.
Absolutely. There's no shot clock in high school, so this could really go on forever.
A little disrespectful, but, you know, it's legal.
Legend with another 2-point. Oh.
Not surprising Bob Wood called a timeout there.
And it is 21-11 with Legend up with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left.
Yeesh.
Tubbs, what do you think about the shots in this game? We've seen some great shooting from Legend, and unfortunately, we haven't seen much from Mountain Vista as they're still just barely above single digits.
Right. Vista's taken some really weird, just not good shots. I don't know. There's no better way to say that. They've got to start taking high percentage shots. They've got to start slowing down their offense and just, passing it around, returning to fundamental basketball. That's what they have to do if they want to stay in this game.
Absolutely. They have seen a lot of pressure from Legend, but I think, honestly, most of the pressure that they're putting on themselves is all mental.
Absolutely. I've seen Jake Belknap, Simon May, both of them complaining to the refs, and they're just looking defeated.
Absolutely. And on that earlier one, when Belknap couldn't get anything going in the key, he's their top scorer on the team, and he sits many inches above everyone else.
Legend, I think that's definitely on purpose.
Ooh! And an alley-oop from Jake Belknap to Simon May.
Hey, maybe that'll turn around their momentum here.
We'll see.
As I was saying, though, Jake Belknap usually getting over 10 points from inside the key per game.
Ooh.
Double team there.
Absolutely. Yes, and that's a travel.
That's a good call.
Legend looking a little mad about that one.
I don't know if they're used to fouls going the other way.
Not in this period. And Isaac Essian devising a plan. Miles Hughes takes it. Miles is probably going to pass it out. And he gives it to Isaac. And he's looking for someone, and he gives it all the way across the court to Miles, to Simon. Simon over to Aaron. Aaron back to Isaac. Isaac to Belknap. Belknap looking for something, double teamed. And he gives it to Aaron, to Simon, to Miles with the three. And the three, looks so good, but it bounced out.
Super close.
And now we're starting to see some more of a full court press from Mountain Vista. And Domingo is just isolated here. And Legend doing a good job of moving their players around, finding the open slots.
Right. They're simultaneously keeping it outside and finding a way inside almost every single drive, and that's what's brought Vista down so much. Wearing down their defense.
Right. And now a three for Legend. No good.
Eesh.
And Aaron Albertson just couldn't hold on to it. I don't think he was expecting that one.
Oh, will be called off of Legend fired out. Vista will keep possession.
And Miles into Isaac. Bob Wood signals Isaac. Isaac signals the rest of the team.
Just under 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
And Isaac trying to confuse him a little bit here with some shifty playing. And Miles in with the left-handed rebound, but bounces out. Trying to defeat the fast break here. And Legend looking real good, but having some communication issues. Elijah DeRosa stuck, and he gives it to Cameron, or Chance Blackdeer. And another three shot from Legend, but no good again. And Aaron Albertson will give that one and save it.
Nice.
Gives it to Isaac. Isaac, mindful of his teammate, slows it down a little bit. And foul, so the shot won't be good. And now this puts Mountain Vista in a chance for a free throw.
Isaac can bring it down to just a 6-point lead, and he's got to do that.
It's Mountain.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You're good. If Mountain Vista wants any shot, they have to diminish that lead before the second half.
Right. As you were saying before, it's a mental game. They've got to, step up their morale here and bring it down to a 5-point lead. It's tangible. It's something that they can come back from, and I definitely think it'll be good for the team.
Right, and they had a sub in there with Judd Erickson for Simon May. Now, Judd, I should say, does not get that many stabs, but what he does do is he gets the team to gather and to rally. And so don't be surprised if Judd, with just his presence as a leader on the team, shows.
Isaac dropped both of those. He's at 86%. He's the leading free throw percentage on the team.
Right, and now that means that with 57 seconds to go, it is 21-15 Legend. Legend trying to get something going, but triple team, and that'll be called as a travel because he slipped there. And now Judd Erickson will pass him. And Garrett Sweeney subbing in for Aaron Albertson.
If the Eagles can make a score here, it could be a different story in this second half.
Absolutely. Don't be surprised if Legend starts to shoot themselves in the foot here
Right.
and Mountain Vista starts to act off of their momentum.
Yeah, we've seen it happen before.
And Mountain Vista getting something going, trying to take full advantage of the clock. Gives it to Garrett Sweeney. Sweeney to Belknap. Belknap driving in, and he shoots it, and it's no good. Potentially a foul, but Judd Erickson looking. Legend tries to slow it down with 28 seconds. We're at 28 seconds. And almost exposing him. Elijah DeRosa. DeRosa to Elkman. And he drives in and shoots, and no good.
Almost pulls up the floater.
And Miles Hughes driving it down. 3 seconds. And that'll be called as a travel on Isaac.
Yeah.
And with 2.5 seconds, don't be surprised if Mountain Vista puts some really heavy defense on him here to try to get that ball back and shoot.
Yeah, they don't want to. They don't want to let Legend hit anything right before the end of the half.
And
yeah, it's
early shot, and that's it.
That will be the end of the first half. Score 21-15. Legend Titans are leading the game here. It's definitely been a dominant game for the Titans, but Vista at the very end of that second quarter starting to maybe show a little bit of hope. We'll see what the story is in this next half. Jake, what do you think?
I really agree with you. I don't know if Legend's going to be able to maintain that lead because we actually see this a lot of the time from Vista. It looks like they kind of changed their strategy up where usually Mountain Vista tries to get their high-powered offense going in the first half and then maintain that lead. It looks to be the opposite strategy here, where they look to be kind of saving themselves for the second half.
Right. That was actually one of the reasons that they've lost so many games in the regular season. Is they'll have a decent lead going into halftime, and then they'll just let it slip because their offense is tired and their defense is worn out. And definitely we've seen them. I don't know. I wouldn't call it lazy, but they've definitely been a little more reserved when it comes to defense in the first half. I'm definitely gonna predict that they're gonna try to step it up coming out of the locker room.
Absolutely, and I think another thing that we've seen too is a lot more subs. Usually Mountain Vista's pretty stingy with their subbing, and this time we've seen a lot of players who haven't gotten a lot of time. And for example, Aaron Albertson, who's actually doing fairly well. He's getting a lot of morale back to the team. Judd Erickson playing in there for quite a bit longer than usual.
Right, and Bennett Baker was showing up in the first half, or the first quarter rather, as well. Yeah, with that said, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll be back in time for the second quarter.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. If you're just tuning in now, it is the second round playoff game with Mountain Vista, the Golden Eagles versus the Legend Knights. Tubbs, what are you thinking? Right now, Legends is up 21-15.
They definitely. I will turn myself up. They definitely won that first half in terms of momentum and confidence. Vista's definitely going to try to come off the bench. Kicking and screaming. I don't know what better way to say that. They've got to step up their offense, get more aggressive defense, take the ball away, and most importantly, just play fundamental basketball. They were totally breaking down around the middle of that second quarter. They did bring the lead, they did bring the lead down to just 6 points. They've got to start hitting threes. They only hit one in the first half. I don't know. We'll see what they can do.
Right, and right now we're seeing an aggressive push from Isaac, and he gets the hard shot from underneath the basket.
That was a real nice reverse there.
Now Legend driving down. What's Legend's strategy going to be at the second half?
Legend's just going to try to, keep up the dynamic offense that they've employed. They've been... and that's a perfect example. They've been good from the key. They've been good from inside the three-point land and even outside. They've hit countless shots from there.
Right, yeah. They're trying to get some fast breaks and then slow them down, and that's a three-shot, and that'll be good for Legend, which we've seen a lot of so far, and that'll put the lead 26-17.
Yeah.
And Jake Belknap with a three, and no good. But it's recovered by Mountain Vista, and Mountain Vista will shoot it and get the underneath shot.
At least they're scoring points, but still, I mean, I don't know. They brought it back to 7, but...
Right, Mountain Vista's going to have to answer faster.
Right.
And Eric Kimmel with some hard defense there. And Legend trying to expand it out. And right now Bradley Cadwell has it. And he gives it back to Levan. And Levan to Fields. Fields driving in. And he's trying to get something going to Levan. And then back to Cadwell. To Levan. And Miles keeping it on to Minga. Put them back to Fields. And Fields back to Cadwell. To Fields again. Fields driving in. Looked like a travel to me.
Yeah,
but
it definitely looked like travel.
Yeah. And will they call that, though? Yes, they will.
All right. Yeah, he definitely took 3 steps trying to get to the basket.
Yeah.
Another important part of the first half was the crowd. Legends crowd was, loud. They were cheering with every single shot. And Vista, they're trying to step it up this half clearly.
Right on cue.
Yeah. But they were pretty quiet for most of the time.
Right, and Simon May with a tough break there, but and it's stolen by Jake Belknap, and he'll put it in for 2. And then it's now 26-21 with a 5-point game.
I don't know. If I was in his position, I would definitely give the ball to Jake Belknap. He's pretty intimidating.
Absolutely, yeah. He stands at, what, 6'7"?
I think he's 6'8". Listen, 6'8".
Man. And Vista putting some pressure on him, but Levan finds an opening and misses it. And Isaac Essian with the recovery.
2 on 3. They're going to slow it down.
And Miles Hughes with a 3-shot, and that one looks good! Wow!
Sorry for that that audio there.
But this is starting to look like what we were thinking.
Yeah,
it's now 24-26.
Exactly what they needed to do.
And now Levan starting to see the scoreboard, gets a little nervous. Doesn't know quite what to do, and he's letting Eric Kimmel back him up almost all the way into the boundary.
Legends definitely trying to answer here, probably with the 3 of their own.
And if you look, the student section's now back up, hyping up the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles, and that'll be a shot. And that'll be good for 3 from Blake Fields.
Yep, kind of just as I was saying there. Ooh.
And lost track of that, but timeout from Legend.
Just as I was saying there, they're going to be looking to answer with the 3 of their own, and that's exactly what they did.
Man, this is going to be a nuts game. This is going to be real close up until the bitter end.
I can tell both teams are definitely willing to fight for it.
Absolutely, and interesting to see too, because there's a 7-seed difference between the 2 of them.
Right. Vista's definitely the favorite, but Legend's trying to show up and say, hey, we battled here, and we're willing to fight till the bitter end.
Right, now let's see. Bob Wood's starting to look more pleased, but still angry.
I don't know if he's ever really, actually happy. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I think I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen him smile.
Right. Four minutes and 32 seconds left in this third quarter. Score now 29-24. It's definitely closer than it was in the first half. If Vista can manage to take the lead or tie the game, I think it'll definitely be a different story.
Absolutely, and Mountain Vista will get a shot at that here with Isaac Essien driving down. And Essien passes it to Simon May. And May looking a little stuck, but he gives it to Isaac with the pick. And that's a tough three over Miles, but
yeah.
Ultimately Jake Belknap held on to it. That'll be called, I believe, as a tripping foul. Yes, that will be on number 2, Blake Fields.
Still, either way, a bit of a questionable shot there from Isaac. He didn't seem to get the best look on the basket. They're going to try to make up for that, though.
Right, and Isaac will pass it. Ooh, almost stolen, but Eric Kimmel's going to drive in and give it to Simon May, who puts it barely in. Oh, my gosh.
I think everyone on the bench and in the crowd there was clenching.
Oh, those are the ones that make you hurt. Oh, and it's interrupted by Isaac, but they'll call that as a foul.
Yep.
And Legend will pass in.
Just under 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, this will be Brady McCoy passing in, and it looks like he's going to give it to Tominga. Tominga at the top of the key. And he gets rid of it, and oh, controversial idea, letting it just almost go out, but getting it at the very end there. And Isaac faking him out a little bit, and Belknap thinking about it, calls a pick, but decides not to go with it. So they're holding on, and Eric Kimmel drove it in, but he was swatted from behind.
Good swatted, but it was all ball, so Vista will keep possession.
Right, Vista will get it back here. And passes it in to Jake Belknap. Belknap knows what he's got to do. And,
oh, so close.
But then, that'll be an interesting foul. I don't even know what you would call that. I see nothing wrong with that.
I don't know what
but
to call that. I think, I don't know.
Sliding into second base?
Something like that. If anything, it just hurt his knees.
Yeah. And shoots the three, but no good.
Starting to see rebound.
Yeah, starting to see the roles change in the second half, and Isaac Essien driving it in, and he gives it to Simon May, who makes it good, and that'll put it at 28-29, making it a 1-point game.
Oh my goodness! I don't know what happened, but Vista's making it inside the key. Almost all last half, Legend would station about 3 or 4 guys just standing inside, not letting them get any shots, but Vista's learning to, work around it.
Right, we've seen the mentality switch.
Absolutely.
And that'll be a shot because that'll be called on number 12, Eric Kimmel. So Legend with an interesting opportunity here. They're going to get to shoot 2. Let's see if he can clear his mind and make those shots, or if he's going to let the pressure of the game get to him.
Right.
And he makes the first one, so it'll be a 2-point game with 2 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in the second or in the third quarter.
Garrett Sweeney coming in for Eric Kimmel.
Don't be surprised if they try to get it down to Garrett Sweeney really quickly here. And Belknap to Essien. Essien looking for something, but not quite. So he'll decide to just hold on to it. Drive it in to Sweeney, to Belknap, to Essien, to Sweeney for the 3. And 3 is good.
That'll be a tie game.
Oh my gosh.
They brought it back. All right, can't celebrate just yet though. This is still a really tough matchup.
Right, and 3 shot, no good. They're starting to get it in their heads. And Miles Hughes working off of that momentum to Jake Belknap. Their middle is wide open, and Belknap sees that and drives into Isaac. and then to Sweeney. And Sweeney gives it out to Isaac, and Isaac thinking about the shot, but drives in, ultimately gives it back to Sweeney, who shoots it. And it'll be a little shy, but
great
Mountain
offensive
Vista gets
rebound
it.
there from Miles Hughes.
Absolutely. And Isaac looking for something, but double teamed and traveled. Oh.
I thought he got that pass off before his feet hit the ground, but referee saw it different.
Definitely. Isaac saying, what the heck, as he jumps and replicates it. But we shall see here, as it's still a tie game with 1:37 left to go in this third quarter.
This is the most tension there's been, and Vista getting a chance to take the first lead since they were 4 points up in the first quarter.
Right. I think right now it's going to come down to the student sections as Tominga takes a shot from the three-point land, and it's good. Will Mountain Vista be able to answer? Let's find out.
That's exactly what Legend needed.
And Simon May looking a little stuck, but he gives it to Isaac, and then he also looking a little stuck. Double teamed. Not a good spot for Isaac, but he gives it out to Miles, to Sweeney, and back to Isaac.
Way
back
to make
to
it
Miles.
out of that coverage by Isaac Essien there.
Absolutely. That was a tough spot for him, and he's going to try to drive it in. Fakes it a little bit. He's trying to slow it down because he knows that he's got the momentum. Oh, Isaac or Garrett Sweeney almost good with it, and there's 45 seconds to go with Mountain Vista with the ball.
Possession.
Mountain Vista's going to be looking pretty much just for threes, and so don't be surprised if Legend opens up the middle. Miles Hughes holding on to it to Garrett Sweeney.
They might try to make this the last possession of the quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised, or maybe with like 5 seconds left or something. Isaac Essien definitely got some kind of strategy going on. Essien holding on to it. Essien driving in. Shoots it. And it's no good, and Legend will hold on to it. Wow.
Nothing
Talk about a
there.
crazy quarter.
Right. Vista tied it up, and Legend answered with that three, but brings it into a three-point lead. This is definitely manageable for Vista now. And
Right.
It's total different story from the first half, where the players and the crowd were both, super down on themselves. Now they can, lift their head up just a little bit. They still got a battle, but it's a winnable battle.
Absolutely, and if you look at the tempo of the coaches, you'll notice something. They're a lot of the times reflective of how they want their players to act in the second half. Bob Wood is I think the calmest that I've seen him all season right now, because he wants to show their players that they need to slow it down a little. Whereas the Legend coach, definitely a little bit more urgent. He's definitely keeping a straight face with it, but you can tell that he wants them to be consistent in how they play.
He knows that it could go either way here, and Legends got to keep up their strong defense and keep making those shots, especially from beyond the yard.
Right, so let's see if Mountain Vista can take back the lead. Well, I guess they never had the lead, so let's see if they can get that lead, or if it'll just be Legend up the whole game. And this will be the fourth quarter. And DeRosa will pass in to Brady McCoy. And Legend looking for something. Tominga to McCoy. Back to Tominga. Tominga looking a little hurried to DeRosa. DeRosa to Cadwell. Nope, not Cadwell. Fields, and no good. And Mountain Vista gets the rebound.
Great rebound there.
And Miles Hughes to Isaac Essien. Essien trying to catch him on their heels. Back to Essien. To Eric Kimmel.
Just a calm and purposeful starting off this fourth quarter.
Absolutely. And Belknap looking a little trapped. Oh man, barely in the boundaries. And Eric Kimmel will shoot the three, and it's good, and it'll be a tie game again.
He'll take it. He didn't see anywhere to pass, and no one was on him, so he just took the shot.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, with 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go, it's a tie game. Legend trying to be purposeful with what they do.
Tominga definitely a dangerous shooter from three-point land.
Right. And Isaac left his man, who was Tominga, but he misses it. And, Legend rushing it.
Nice.
And Isaac knows that they've got the advantage, so he drives in. Oh, and Eric Kimmel almost lost track of it, but he gives it to Miles Hughes for the almost 3. And wow, just Mountain Vista getting lucky like time after time here. And Jake Belknap with the shot, but oh my gosh.
Belknap
Wow.
nearly with that 3.
And both teams agree here to just kind of slow it down and get together. Man. And here's number 2, Blake Fields driving in, and he gives it to DeRosa. DeRosa trying to think of something to do. Their whole right side is open, but I don't think they see that. And back to Fields. And Fields drives in, but he loses it, and that'll go out of bounds, and that will be called for Mountain Vista.
They'll definitely take that.
Man.
Just above 6 minutes left in this 4th quarter. Tie game.
I don't know. It's a low-scoring game, too, which means that we're seeing a lot better defense out of both teams. Isaac Essien with it here. Essien pulling it down to Simon May. May holding on to it to Essien. Essien starting to get a little double team, but he gives it to Simon May, who passes it across court to Eric Kimmel, who fakes it, drives in, and will pass to Simon May, who's good for 2, and Mountain Vista takes the lead.
Great patience there from Simon May, and that'll be the first lead since the 1st quarter. That's great for Vista's morale.
Ooh, and Eric Kimmel interrupting it a little bit. Don't be surprised if this one doesn't go in Legends' favor on this opportunity here. Let's see here what Legend decides to do. They're keeping it in 3-point land right now, and they'll shoot it with Tominga, and that'll be no good, and it's almost tipped in, but Jake Belknap will get it, and he'll give it to Miles Hughes, who gives it to Eric Kimmel, and he'll try to get a good lane in the middle, and then he'll give it to Jake Belknap. Man, they're all over to Isaac Essien. Essien starting to get double teamed, and he knows that he can get out of it, though. And Bob Wood with the timeout.
Yep, not surprising. High tensions on both sides of the court.
Wow, yeah, this is a nuts game with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go with a 2-point game.
I think I saw Bob Wood crack a little smile there. He's proud of his boys.
That brings it up to 3 times.
Yeah, that'll be his 3rd smile.
Man.
We're keeping a tally here at VistaNow.
And notice the change in the crowd, too. Mountain Vista looking a lot more up, and Legend just kind of somber and sad and a little scared.
Right. They got kind of used to having the lead, but I don't know. We can't be sure about anything yet.
Right, and right now the seniors are fighting for their chance to stay alive.
Absolutely. This would be the last game for either team's seniors, so it's definitely important.
Absolutely. Let's see what's going to happen. Will Mountain Vista just maintain their lead, or will Legend answer back? And Miles Hughes will be passing it in here.
You're talking about the seniors. I think the fight might be a little stronger for Vista. We've got about 5 or 6 seniors on this team. Legends only got 2, so that could be something that drives it.
Right, and intangible, and Isaac Essien with the layup there. That'll bring it to a 4-point game with 38-34.
Speaking of drive, beautiful drive there from Isaac Essien.
Absolutely, and Tominga sitting at the top of the key really here, and he passes it out to
someone.
Yeah, couldn't find their name. And then Legend looking a little hurried, but trying to find the lane, and not even good, trying to draw the foul there, but Simon May to Eric Kimmel. Kimmel decides to just try and beat him on the fast break, and he goes up and almost in, but then,
Belknap nearly puts it back.
Man, and there's some kind of foul called there on number 34. And so Jake Belknap here shooting free throws. This is a rare chance to see the big man take it.
Right. He's 57 from the line, but under this these circumstances, I'm pretty confident he can drop these.
It'll be tense.
An injury.
And it looks like he's bleeding, so they're going to have to tape him up, and we're going to probably see a short break in the game here.
Right. Well, let's talk about Eric Kimmel on that play there that drew the foul. He had a surprising burst of speed, likes of which I haven't seen.
Yeah, he's got some wheels, and that's always good when you got the guy, they think they're going full speed, so they're running full speed with you, and then all of a sudden you fire it up.
Yeah. Garrett Sweeney will go to the line in place of Jake Belknap, who got his hand hurt on the last play. Hopefully we'll see him return. There's 4 minutes left in this quarter.
And that's a good call, I think, because Garrett Sweeney is one of the best free throw shooters on this team.
Oh,
but it's a little shy. Sweeney's nervous, but will he be able to calm it down? And he's good. So 5-point game, 39-34, Mountain Vista. And currently no big guy on the team for Mountain Vista.
Right.
All pretty evenly heightened here.
Not only is Belknap the tallest person on the court, which is good for scoring inside, he's a leader on the team too.
Right, and that'll be taken away by Mountain Vista as Legend
steal.
loses track of it. And that'll be to Garrett Sweeney, and Garrett Sweeney looking a little trapped, and he passes out to the out-of-bounds line.
Yep, looking for Simon May, just a little bit of lack of communication there.
Right, now watch as Mountain Vista's going to put a full-court press on him here. Eric Kimmel there, and they're going to sub in Belknap soon.
Yep, he's back. He's looking fine.
And Legend trying to get something going on the outside. They're trying to take a three, but the left lane looks open. And fakes it, drives it out, pushing in a little bit, but Simon May staying with him well, and he'll get in his head. And now quadruple teams, and that'll bounce out.
He'll go to the line, but real tough defense there from Simon May, and I think he's still happy with it.
Man, absolutely. Now let's take a look and see if Blake Fields will get the free throws, or if, like previously mentioned, he'll let the pressure get into his head. First one is good. 4-point game. With 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go.
Belknap comes back in for Garrett Sweeney.
Second shot off here. And that one will be good as well. Now Mountain Vista will take it and get an opportunity to answer.
Not surprising that both of those dropped. Legend's been pretty solid from the line all day.
Absolutely. They have some of the best free throw shooters in their league. And now Mountain Vista trying to get something going on the outside. And Essian's holding on to it. He's looking for an option. But they're trying to pull him out so that they can open up the middle. And he'll give it away to Eric Kimmel. And he'll give it back to Isaac Essian. Essian will pass it.
They're setting up a play here.
Right. Essian will give it to Simon May, who gives it to Jake Belknap, who's wide open, but
no!
In my opinion, that is a ridiculous foul trap.
That is a flagrant flop.
That'll make things interesting. That'll be a turning point for this game, potentially, and we got to make sure that Mountain Vista, if they want to win this, they got to hold on.
They cannot let that one go to their head. They just got to shake it off.
Absolutely not. And here we go with Eric Kimmel. And Isaac Essian putting pressure on him. Legend trying to move it outside. Legend driving in, but no good again. And Miles Hughes will take it back. Miles Hughes, they're getting a full court press. And that'll be out to... oh my gosh.
Hughes gets hit. Drama on the court.
Looks like a flagrant foul, but no call. And Isaac Essian gives it to Eric Kimmel, who's wide open, to Miles Hughes with the three-shot. Wow! 42-36, Mountain Vista's up with 1:50 to go.
That shot dropped with a vengeance.
Oh, and it's stolen away. Oh, wow.
Not called.
Not called. Timeout called before.
Sorry for that audio topping off. There's a lot of emotions in this gym right now.
That is a 6-point lead now. Wow. Man, if this were a hockey game, there would be a fight.
Oh, absolutely. That, oh my goodness, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah,
I'm at a loss for words here.
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. And as you can see, when Miles Hughes got poked in the eye there, Bob Wood is now talking to the ref. Bob Wood is the, or no, sorry, my bad, Brian Wood.
Brian Wood.
He's the assistant to Bob Wood, his father. And so obviously some words being had with the ref there. Ref is, I don't know, looked like a kind of cordial exchange, but we'll see. This will be a high-stress game as we've got 1:48 left to go. Don't be surprised if we see a lot of fouls and a lot of timeouts.
And Miles Hughes will go back into the game. I don't know, he's definitely blinking a little bit, but he's been super consistent in this fourth quarter on offense and on defense.
Absolutely. Don't be surprised if they pull Miles Hughes out and then put him back in with like 45 seconds to go or something. And Legend will pass it in to Levan. Levan looking for something, trying to get Eric Kimmel, but Eric stays with him. And this is Blake Fields holding on to it. He's dangerous from three-point land, and so is Tominga. And Tominga looking for an opening. Back to Fields. Outside. Back into Levan. Levan looking for something. Back to Fields. Fields is going to drive in, or attempt to, but no good to Tominga on the outside. Back to Levan. Levan's going to drive in, but that's a travel.
Absolutely. But was the travel called?
Travel was not called, looks like, but it looks like they called it a foul on Jake Belknap. So Legend will pass in here. And Belknap putting some pressure on him. They're playing some really tight man-to-man D, which Vista excels in. And three-point shot is no good, man. Tominga gives it to Levan. And outside, open three for Legend, but again, they missed that, and that'll be called out of bounds. And now it's a 6-point game with 1 second left to go.
Oh my goodness.
This is high stress. It's a very tense game.
This is playoff basketball right here.
Absolutely. And Simon May looking for someone. He gives it to Isaac, and they're going to try to trap him in the corner, but he gives it out to Simon May, who beats him around and goes, ooh, and a foul on the Legend side of things. So that means that that might put them in. No, that's going to put Legend at 3 fouls. So they got to wait to go till they're at bonus territory.
Yeah.
But honestly, that might be a possibility.
They've definitely cut it down, though, in terms of fouls in the second half. The first half, so many fouls are going off, but not too many in this fourth quarter.
Right.
Making it a little more of an interesting game.
Absolutely. And that'll be another one back-to-back with Tominga there.
They're trying to keep this clock, with as much time as possible if they're going to mount a comeback here.
Right. So let's see here if Eric Kimmel will get a good pass in and they can get it going. And he gives it to Isaac Essien, and Essien drives underneath, and he'll get the foul. And they won't say that shot was good before. Oh, really?
I think so.
I
could be wrong.
That would be the foul. It was close. 50 seconds to go. Mountain Vista gonna pass in here, and Legend knows that this will be the one that'll put them over the boundary. But timeout from Bob Wood. Now both teams have 6 fouls. If either one of them gets one more, that'll put them in bonus territory.
Yep.
What you thinking, Tubbs?
I'm thinking it'll definitely come down to that. If I don't know, it's kind of just like in professional basketball. These last 45 seconds or so, they can last up to 3 or 4 minutes with as many fouls that go off.
It's crazy, yeah, because the first really up until this point, a minute actually equals a real life minute, but from here on out, 30 seconds, maybe 5 hours.
Absolutely. Legend looking, I don't know, they're definitely a little desperate here. They've got to start putting some points on the board if they want to stand a chance. Vista needs to just hold on to what they have, and most importantly, be consistent at the line.
Right, and now all the starters are back in for both sides. Mountain Vista looking calm, cool, and collected, whereas Legend looking a little panicked and hustled, and that'll be another foul. And here we go.
Essien, though, 86% from the line going into this game. Hopefully he can drop 2 and increase this lead to 8.
And this is Essien's 4th year on varsity, so he's been at this for a while now. Shot is good, and that'll make it a 7-point lead for Mountain Vista with 48 seconds to go. And Aaron Albertson subbed in for Miles Hughes, probably to help him recover from his eye there.
Yep, got to keep everyone tip-top shape, especially in these last 48 seconds.
Absolutely.
The most important of the game.
And Essien's second shot is good, 8-point lead for Mountain Vista. Now it is possible for Legend to come back, but it would have to be really hurried. And Levan looking a little trapped. shoots a three.
No
and
good.
No good. And Mountain Vista will get it.
Oh.
Oh, and that is a foul.
Getting a little violent.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some flagrant fouls left in this 35 seconds. And now Simon May will shoot it from the line, giving an opportunity for Mountain Vista to increase their lead to 10 points.
May is another one of Vista's top free throw shooters. He's 75% going into this game.
And it's good. Man, you can just literally hear the tension as everyone holds their breath. And 10-point game for Mountain Vista with 35.7 seconds left to go.
It's going to take a miracle for the Titans to come back from this one.
Absolutely, and Isaac Essien putting some pressure on him. Aaron Albertson putting some more pressure on him. Legend trying to come up with something. They shoot a three, and it's no good, and
Great
Isaac will get it.
there.
And another foul. Isaac will get to shoot from the line.
Yep.
Giving our Mountain Vista another opportunity to increase their lead to 12 now. 25.9 seconds left.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm going to say Vista probably pulls out the W.
I think that would be safe to say at this point. It would be extremely difficult for Legend to pull that off.
Yep.
And that's no good, but Legend will get a shot here with 21 seconds to go. And Tominga from three-point range, and that one's good. So that'll diminish the lead a little bit, but 16.6 seconds left in the game, and it is 46-39. The Mountain Vista Golden Eagles are up. Another timeout from Legend.
This is probably something they've practiced for, but you know, doing it in the real game is totally different. I don't know. It's really going to take something, some divine intervention, I think, to bring the Titans back here.
Absolutely, and if you look over, you can see number 24, Chad Mumba. He's a senior, or no, he's a junior. He's doing all right. He's getting a little emotional with the game, but right now, Elijah DeRosa, this could potentially be, well, this probably will be his last game in high school, as well as Bradley Cadwell and Blake Fields.
Right. My guess, though, is once Legend gets the ball, they're going to try to feed it straight to Tominga. He's been super consistent from beyond the yard, and that's about all that they can ask for at this point.
Absolutely, and there was a diving foul there from Blake Fields. With 14.3 seconds left to go, Isaac Essien going to shoot it, and I think this puts them in double bonus territory.
Right. Every shot will be for two.
And now they're going to kind of bring in all their seniors. They got Miles Hughes, they got Jake Belknap, and then the Legend side of things bringing in their best players. Don't be surprised if they put in some of their seniors as well.
Senior Blake Fields, though, going off to the bench and gets a standing ovation from the crowd and from his student section as well.
And no good from Isaac. And Isaac, we get a second chance here. And it is now 47-39, 6-point lead for the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles.
8-point lead.
8-point lead, my bad. Levan trying to get something going. Tominga takes a shot, and it's no good. And Miles Hughes will get it, and they're just going to hold on to it. And the Mountain Vista Golden Eagles will win and advance to the next, the third round of the playoffs. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. You got to see two very admirably performing teams,
right,
and a really fun, dynamic game.
Right, incredible comeback though from Vista, down by 7 points, I believe at the half. They brought it back. I don't know what they did. It's hard to explain, but it was definitely a mental game on both sides of the ball. And ultimately it came down to that. Vista pulls out the win.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day. I'm Jake Riffle.
And I'm Ryan Tubbs.
And thank you so much. Goodbye.